What's up, Master Builders, and welcome back to Ginty Bricks, and today I got an amazing mock showcase for you guys. And of course, I am going to be showing off Donald and Douglas. Hold on, you might be already saying, have you already showcased these engines already? Well, yes, but also no at the same time. Because since the last time, I actually have modified it a little bit. Because of course, this needs to be a few, like 1 or 2 bricks long, but now I actually shorten it up. The tender is one plate down, and also I got a new method of the actual side plate. So check out that video first, and then come back to this one to see the difference. Also, what's the difference as well? I got both of them! I actually got 2 of these engines now. So, yeah, I know when I said on my last video, I'll more likely have to go for the black ones because most people will actually just go because they more likely would think this is Edward. Take a look at Edward. I think I've done the same boil effect for Edward, so that might not actually help. But instead of moving this engine, I can actually take apart this engine and actually show you what it looks like. So I'm going to straight ahead and actually take a look on the actual front itself. Well, maybe the wheelbase, but the wheels are actually the Big Ben Bricks Blue medium wheels, because you've got to have small ones because these are small, low profile engines. They normally tend. And then you got these, the wheelbase is actually 2 that's almost sort of together, and then 1 just on the edge. So it's just like a brick or 2 longer than the middle wheels. Of course, stop talking about that and go straight to the buffers, because these buffers are the ones that are a brick with a hole in it that's attached to a tube, a round brick that's attached to a instudded tile, round tile. Can't even talk today. And of course you've got these coupling coupling hooks. See, can't even say it in one go. And then of course you've got these cheese wedges right here. What I also just forgotten about to mention is that these engines are actually 7 studs long. You might be wondering, hold on, don't you do 8 studs wide? Yes, but throughout pictures that I've seen and all that, you'll be surprised these engines are actually just a bit more skinnier than all the other engines. So that's why I've done these as 7 studs wide. I thought I'd better mention that before going ahead. But of course, this boiler effect is actually quite unique. I will take him off the base. Actually, first one I will actually show you is actually this little effect over here, to order to make sure that his actual box thing that comes into this smoke box or the boiler is, because these splashes right here are actually in 6 studs wide because of these jumpers, to make sure it looks perfect. I actually have these studs on the side connection with a pull tile on it, and stick that there and just manage to fit up that gap, and just go along with the actual 1x4 cheese slope piece. And of course I got a 2x3 brick right here that just go behind that little section here. That one you don't need to be perfect. And of course, since the actual disc that I use every single face is just popped up, I can actually show you how to actually attach it on. Basically, I've got one of these attachment pieces that actually goes up, and the middle part's just there. See, there's an attachment piece with another one, and then we've got a stud right here that actually is attached to here. But at the moment though, I thought I might as well show you how I more likely built this engine. This engine is a bit difficult, but you got one of these, I'm just trying to think now, those brick like normal brick with the studs on the side to connect to this part. Like all the cheese slope will be connected by those 1x4 bricks, and in the middle here are actually these really hard to explain, but there are 2 plates high, but they're 2x2, but there's like one plate missing on the back. It's really hard to describe without it, but I think you might know. And since that's in the middle, you can actually put a plate on it and put tiles, so it doesn't actually have to do so much effort. And just putting the face on the actual model, you can just see this affects just a little rim going around the actual face itself. So this is perfect for this engine and a few other engines like Edward. Or unless you are doing a bigger, like 6 studs wide, but you want to do an 8 studs engine, like a bigger engine like Gordon, and if you're doing 6 studs wide, this is perfect for you guys. And of course you can just see throughout the actual boiler, it's like you've got all that cheese slope going all around. Plus this is where the actual dome was meant to be, but unfortunately Bricklink always make me forget about that. The whistle is actually attached to a jumper plate to just edge it a little bit so I can actually put it in the right place, with a 1x2 plate with these little stamp pieces in gold to make the actual whistle or safety valve. I bet you a small whistle. Of course, this little effect right here to actually get it down to slope into the actual firebox is just this piece right here with anti-studs on the bottom. No wait, that's not the right word. And then you got these actual bricks that is on the actual side to actually connect it there. Plus you can just see 2 more of those 2x3 bricks underneath. While I got the actual boiler off, I can actually showcase the actual frame itself. Of course, like I say, these splashes are 6 in the actual 6 studs size. But this one though is just a bit different, because this one's just a normal, that one's just a triangle cheese slope. This one, most engine of this class always have one of these. But you got the slope, a tile, a plate, and then you got a jumper on top to make that effect. And of course, while I got this opportunity, I can just show you these windows. These windows are quite aware windows, to be honest, because these are the ones that LEGO used to have for their old window techniques before they started molding new ones. So it is easy to get them in blue, but if you want to build black version of Donald Douglas, the black ones are very hard to find, so be cautious if you are trying to build that one. Now let's put this one back together without losing his face. I think this is Donald. Yes, I'm putting Donald back. There's a one way I actually know how to know which one's which. But of course the cab, I think I could put something in here, but I have not bothered doing that at the time when I was making it. But of course the cab is 6 studs wide. But on the edge though, I can just show there's a 2 techniques actually. Well, of course you got this, well, both of the techniques I do see is actually using these cheese slopes, but one just going up here. But this one right here is actually on a headlamp design, well, headlamp brick, and then you got the actual cheese slope going away from it. And of course you got the actual roof itself, only 3x6, but it still just looks lovely. And of course you got this little hook underneath that can actually attach to the tender. Now let's bring the tender along. Ooh. See, this is the brick attached, well, the actual bar attachments that I have from the engine to engines. If I have it running around the layout, I will change this to a longer bar, but since it's just static, it's just good to have just a 1x3. that's attached to a hook. Well, all these hooks are the ones I always use for all my models. And then you've got normal train wheels that you can see on a normal Lego train being set. You can just see here how many jumpers there are to make this model. But of course, without the, you got a red line, you got a black line. But let's just show off the actual front of the tender, because you've got a tile here with a bracket piece that can stuck the actual studs on the side, where this time though I actually have got a tile and also two more of these cheese slopes, because last time, if you check out my last video, I actually have a stud on the side connection right here, and it got these arches going around, and it got a tile at the very end. And that just didn't look good, and also it traps the driver and firemen into the actual thing. So this is more efficient, more looks better, and also it will trap the driver and firemen. As you can just see this there is a hole that the firemen can get the coal out. And then you got the actual base. But just to mention that the actual, this edging, I'm going to call this edging, but of course it's one of those bracket pieces inside, so you can just see that, like in between this smooth curve, and then you got that bracket piece that attached to a plate that's attached to the actual cheese wedge right here. I think I'm losing my mind at the moment. But of course I might as well mention the actual, first off, I gotta mention the tile first, and then 2 bricks going down, and then the actual slope brick just right over here. Whew. I can't believe how much you have to talk about in this model. But yes, it's like, if you check out my old video would just say that there is another plate right here to make it a bit more taller. But at the time though, I thought, why do I need that plate for? I can just cut it down a little bit. So that's what's the big difference from my old model, plus that. So basically the tender and also shorten down that side is the way. But of course, this is just the same thing again. Wait, was it? No, these are these special plates that I was on about, like those, I'm not going to describe it again. But one of those 2x2, but it's got 2 plates up with a stud on the side. That's been attached right here. And of course you've got these filling caps as well. So you've got like a round circle plate with a tile on it, and this is how I know this model I'm taking apart is Donald, because this is where the duck is going to be, where Donald actually finds his little ducky. And of course you've got the buffers right here, a little tile, and that's about it for this model. Whew, I still can't believe how much I have to talk about this model, and that's all I got time for you guys. But I hope you master builders enjoyed the showcase, and stay tuned for more content. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and of course, stay on track.